Now you would think that getting into a US university is the hard part, but it is actually the loan repayment that breaks most of new students. Because if you don't have a clear-cut plan right when you begin your masters about how you're planning to repay the loan, it is going to be a really tough time for you. Because if not done correctly, it will be the biggest headache of your life for the next 5 to 10 years, if not even more. Now this is very true and common, but nobody actually talks about it. So that is why in this video, let me tell you why loan repayment should not be as difficult as it actually turns out to be for many students. Also, I will tell you why do many students get trapped into this. But now, if you're new on this channel, let me tell you something about myself. I have always believed in finding solutions to problems rather than just sitting and cribbing about it. And by the end of this video, you will have knowledge about how to avoid getting in this mess, and if you're already stuck into one, how to get out of it. So make sure to watch the video till the end. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in the series Life in US. Now what started with a couple of videos, this playlist has now grown to over 15 plus videos, and I've heard from so many students of how they're benefiting from it. So if you're someone who is either planning to study, is currently studying, or has already finished their study in US, this playlist has something for you. I'll leave the link to the entire playlist in the iCard and also in description, so make sure to check it out. It will definitely be worth your time. But let's talk about the biggest but the least talked about problem for students: loan repayment. Now, majority of students who go abroad to study, not just US but anywhere in the world to study, take out a loan. I was one of the majority, just like you guys. And I still remember the countless nights that I would not be able to sleep just by the thought, how am I going to repay this loan? What would happen if I had to move back to India without repaying this loan? Because paying such a big amount on an Indian income would take years of my life, if not decades. And there were so many questions. But in short, I completely understand the stress that you are in right now. Now, for those of you who have not felt this stress yet, let me tell you why this causes so many students to break. So an average 2 years master's program in US costs anywhere from 40,000 to 100,000 US dollars. And most of this money comes from an education loan which has an already high interest rate. To give you an idea, if you have a collateral loan, the interest rate could be anywhere between 9 to 11%. And if you have a non-collateral loan, it could be anywhere between 11 to as high as 14%. Now, repayment typically begins right after graduation. This is the time when you're hunting for a new job on a temporary visa in an unknown country. So there's absolutely no guarantee of when you would land a job. And right now, everyone knows how bad the job market is and the real scare that AI is causing. Companies are laying off left and right, and it is causing a major stress in the tech world. So yeah, there is always going to be an additional risk of losing the job while you are repaying the loan, if you even manage to get one. Basically, there is no guarantee of a stable income even after your graduation. Oh yeah, on top of that education loan, yeah, your daily expenses, you need to take care of those as well. And many of the students also support their family back home. So the numbers are not in your favor. So before going to an international student and saying, "Bhai, teri life mast chal rahi hai," they have a load of stress that they need to take care of all by themselves. Now coming back to the topic, how to avoid the financial stress. One of the biggest advice that I can give to anyone who's planning to study abroad or someone who has not yet started their study abroad journey: learn to live below your means. Because every single dollar that you spend is probably coming out of that loan, which you have to pay back with interest, irrespective of what your financial situation is at that time. And even after getting a job after graduation, your number one priority should be this loan repayment. Remember that fancy car that you have always been dreaming of? Yeah, that can wait a few years until this loan has been repaid. Also, almost every student has a dream of doing the entire US 50-state tour. Yeah, that can wait as well, buddy. I have seen so many students succumbing to this lavish lifestyle, ended up suffering in the long run. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your daily needs. Absolutely not. Eat healthy food, go to that gym, hang out with friends, but just control that lavish lifestyle. Okay, so this was something of how you can avoid landing in a major debt and how you can improve your lifestyle. But what if you already have a big loan and you're stuck with it because you have no job, or your job pays very little and you're not even able to cover your monthly EMIs? Well, the good news is there is always a solution. The solution over here is refinancing your loan. Now, this is something that is best done by financial experts, and that is why today I'm partnering with Student Cover, who are also sponsoring this video. Student Cover has a track record of helping hundreds of students get out of this loan repayment matrix. Student Cover not only helps you in refinancing the loan, but they also help you learn healthy financial habits which can prevent you from getting into this mess again throughout your life. They offer guidance, support, and real solutions based on your exact problem. Not only refinancing, if you're someone who is looking for an education loan, Student Cover are experts in that as well. They have tie-ups with banks across the country and can help you get the lowest possible interest rate. They also go out of the way to tell you how these interest rates work once you start repaying the loan. And this is something that majority of the students are unaware about. Back when I started my journey, I was one of those students. Now, as I said earlier in the video, you have the option of both collateral and non-collateral loan. Student cover helps you with both of those. So this gives you more options and you can select what's best for you. Also, a very important thing when applying for a student loan is you have to show proof of income. But if you don't have that, student cover can also help you with those. So no matter in which part of the education loan journey you are in right now, Student Cover has a solution for you. They provide free consultation and absolutely there is no harm in speaking with them and having your questions answered. I'll leave a link to their website in description so you can book an appointment and get all your financial questions answered from them. Definitely check them out. And now you know how you can avoid a big debt and how you can get out of one. But the basic mantra over here is every dollar that you spend is probably coming out of that loan, which you have to repay back with interest. Just keep that in mind and you would be good. Finally, if you have any more questions related to this video or any other study abroad questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Or if you just want to speak with someone who knows what you're going through, you can reach out to me on my Discord server. I have made special channels for US related discussions, so feel free to ask questions over there or even rant about your situation. Link to the server would be in description. Make sure you join it. Studying abroad is one of the most amazing experience that one can have and I would definitely recommend it. But it should not come at the cost of leaving you financially stuck. Take control of your finances before they take control of you. I'll see you in the next video, but until then stay financially smart. Take care.